Morning, fellas. It's what, 10 to 8? About 82 in the garage. And it's going to be a John Kerry day today for sure. I think the weatherheads last night in the news, the weather segment said this is last week was the last of our triple digits. We're going to be upper 80s, low 90s. Then they said we were going to get some rain Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. Today we're back on the Camaro. I did find the license plate light, so that's what we're going to start working on today. But first we're going to end up finishing up the rest of the brackets, the clamps, whatever you want to call them, for the positive lead going to the ECM back there for the fuel injection. So that's pretty much it. After that, we'll then work on the license plate light. This goes into the bumper, but then it comes through a hole that's in the trunk pan and ties in. As you can see, I saved every bit of wire, scraps or whatever, for when we rewired the car. Even still got the console loop if I ever decide to put a console in. Then from there, we're going to go on to the backup lights. Now, here's a question for Roger, Fireman 164, and Rare Rat Nick. Do the backup lights come back through the trunk pan with a hole? Because remembered, I replaced this trunk pan, and the only hole that I have is, I don't know if you can see it, it's right there for the license plate light. And if so, can you give me the location of the hole and the size of the hole? That would be greatly appreciated, because that's the next thing. I want to tie up all the wiring in the back end of this thing. That's the concentration right now, and then the trunk area will be done, and then we'll move on to other things. So if you two guys, or one of you guys, can give me that information, be greatly appreciated. So that's where we're at today. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, just an update. The positive and negative wire for the ECM is up and out of the way. Only needed 2 clamps, well, mine homemade clamps, one here and one about, well, you can see it right there. One about there. The other, what I did is, so I took the wire tie, let's see if we can zoom in on it, and stuffed it down the hole, looped the wire, and then came back up and pulled it and used that to hold it. These are 2 little holes, and there's going to be an 1/8 inch piece of malumine, or I think that's how you pronounce it, going over the top of the package tray here before I totally upholster it. Still haven't decided whether we're going to put 6x9s back here or not. But that's the way it is. So now we're gonna got the boxes of the it's painless wiring harness that I got, and all their products, and that's what we're using on here. So now we'll start chasing down the license plate light. Well, let's zoom back out. Yeah, we'll start chasing down the license plate light. Dogs are upset about something. All right, later. All right, guys, just a quick update. I used wire tap, and this is for the license plate light. It's a blue one. So, get that tied in. We checked it once we get it all tied in and tied up, and then we'll check the circuit one more time. And let's see, I got a question out there for the backup lights, so we're going to have to hold on those. So we'll start probably on the interior of the car. There's a, as you can see, hold on, See right there coming out of the radio, there's a whole bunch of wires. Oh, hold it, can you see it? Let's see. Yeah, there it is. You can see a whole bunch of wires coming out that we have to take care of. So, that's all I got for now. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, okay. Got it wired in, got it covered. Only thing I got to do is put a solderless connector on there. As you can see, the parking lights are on. Complete the circuit to a ground. You should be able to get this to work. So ground it, and there we go. So that's done. All right. So that's done. Now we'll start tying up all this wiring, make it nice and neat. Figure out what we got to do with these, and keep pressing on. Thanks for watching. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, I've been straightening up some stuff underneath here. My wife is back with got some curtains. Looks like I'm going to spend the afternoon hanging curtains in the kitchen. And so this will be it for today. I don't mind. I got 3 good days in on this. Nick, Rare and Roger, if you please give me the dimensions on those holes that come through the trunk pan for the backup lights and the diameter of the holes. It'd be greatly appreciated, because that's next phase on this is to sit there and get those fitted in. And any trimming and everything else need to do, we want to take care of that now. So if you can pass on that information, it'd be greatly appreciated. Other than that, you guys have a good weekend. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be working on this at all tomorrow. We'll have to decide, but we'll see. We'll know in the morning. I got a few things to take care of. Plus, it's supposed to be rain's supposed to come in. I hope you guys are enjoying all the still flicks I found of the car that I put on the end of the videos. I'm going to do that until I get it caught up to where I started making videos. And I think the first video we made and put on YouTube was when the first time we fired this engine. So, as always, thanks for watching. You guys have a good weekend. Later.